Welcome back to Champion News Talk Radio, brought to you by championnews.net. We are your choice for the conservative voice. Thank you for staying with us. This is Carol Parisi. Our founder, Jack Roser, and myself have Bill Zettler. And during the break, Bill was talking about a $100,000 teacher.
Well, in Jack's district, 220, the ones that have had 19% salary increases over the last 3 years and who are threatening to go on strike, this year they just had a teacher retire who made an effective amount of over $1,000 a day, not counting his pension and not counting his health care and everything else, because the contract, the standard contract is 182 days. As we already talked about, this guy gets 23 days sick leave, and he gets six personal days. So he actually works less than 150 days net. His salary was $155,000.
Wow.
Over $1,000 a day for a reading teacher. Now he's retired at age 56. His beginning pension is $106,000 a year. You wonder why your property taxes are high? That's why. And that came directly out of the teacher contract approved by the local school board. The school board is the front lines.
You know, when I meet the president of that school board, he says, "Hello, Jack. How are you? Glad to see you."
Oh, yeah.
And I say to him, "Why do you greet me like this? You know that I think everything you're doing on that school board is rotten and it's costing us way too much." But the next time, maybe after this program, he won't do that anymore. But
does he listen to the program?
Huh?
Does he listen
I
to
don't
the show?
know. I have no idea. I know one thing, he doesn't do any good for what we're talking about. He sits in charge of that school board.
Well, administrators...
What motivates him to give away the public's money like that is a marvel to see.
Well,
why does he sit there and think that he's a great person?
Because the administrators want the teachers to have higher salaries, because administrators got to make more than teachers. So the higher the teacher's salary, the higher the administrator's salary.
Oh, that's definitely true. Yeah. That's
and this guy's salary is not even close to the top. He made $155,000. The top salary for a 9-month teacher this year was $209,000.
That was in this district or another?
No, that's a different district.
What district?
It was in Wheaton.
Wheaton.
Which is...
These are fantastic figures. People think teachers are paid lowly. It's true that over a century ago, like back early 1900s, 1910, a lot of teachers made like $300 a year. Of course, the dollar was worth at least 10 times as much, but they did make very low salaries, and they frequently had classrooms that were quite large or multiple years in them. They did all kinds of things for very small pay. Those conditions don't exist, any of them, to any extent, in the state of Illinois anymore.
Well, the thing that hasn't changed in 100 years is the model for teaching. It's 9 months a year, just like it was 100 years ago, and it's a teacher standing in front of a bunch of children sitting. We haven't changed the education model in over 100 years.
You know, there's how much, 830 different school districts?
Yes.
You know, what's the big mystery about teaching children? After all, we aren't designing rocket ships in the K-12. Most of the history and so forth has been already done, especially in the first 9 grades, because it includes now kindergarten. So that's old-time stuff. What's the big mystery about teaching children? Couldn't they take 10 of these districts and try the greatest way to teach kids and find out what is the best way?
Sure.
Why they sure aren't doing that.
No, they're not doing that because that would end up with fewer teachers.
Well, you know what? We're going to end this show real quick. Be sure you go to championnews.net. You could order this book, Illinois Pension Scam. And thank you, Mr. Zettler, for joining us.
Carol.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you, Jack.
And thank you for staying with us. Please be sure to tune in next Sunday at 8 a.m. on AM 560. That's Champion News Talk Radio. We are your choice for the conservative voice. Make it a great week, and we will see you here next Sunday.